Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a PlayStation exclusive that I think some of us thought was going to be coming to PC, others weren't sure, but now we have a confirmation that it is in fact in development for PC. Another one, this is coming out of the China Joy event, so we'll talk all about that. And we do have yet another Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart patch that did drop yesterday. We'll talk that briefly at the end of this video. But first of all, Lost Soul aside, the game that, you know, who knows if this game is ever gonna come out and if it's just like a marketing scam. Like, this honestly could be like Star Citizen 2.0, but nonetheless, what we've seen of this game has looked really, really great. Like a fast-paced action RPG, great character design. I know a lot of people say the main character is a total ripoff of Noctis, and I can definitely see that, but nonetheless, I think the game looks really good. The question is whether or not we're actually ever gonna be able to play it, but we do now know that Lost Soul Aside is in development for PlayStation 5 and PC, and there was a brand new NVIDIA RTX trailer that did drop for the game. Again, like, this is a game that you have to be exceedingly skeptical about just because, guys, I've been through the ringer when it comes to these the China project that Sony has had an initiative for. There's been some titles that have come out and actually turned out fairly well. I want to say that Fist Forged in Shadow Torch was one of the games that was from the China Joy project, and ultimately that game came out, and it actually ended up turning out pretty well. But when you look at Fist and you look at some of the other titles like in LSA, you're talking about completely different ends of the spectrum in terms of how big these games are. Fist is obviously a smaller scale game, where Lost Soul Aside is a large scale, big budget project that honestly started off as a smaller game and then kind of expanded. And I've seen some crazy takes, and honestly, like, the takes aren't that crazy when you look at how long this game has been in development for, that this game is just a marketing scheme and it's just a scam that to get people into, you know, invested into this China Joy project that Sony has going on. Who knows? This is a Sony published title and they are clearly invested into the game, but again, when it comes to titles like this, you just have to remain exceedingly skeptical, and that's just gaming in general these days. When I see these games that are revealed years and years ahead of when they actually come out, like, a billion things can happen in development. Look at what's going on with the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Like, that game, who knows if it's ever gonna come out, and when that was initially revealed, people were so excited, and I feel like sometimes Sony and all of these publishers reveal games way ahead of time to, like, have these good conferences and these good events and get people excited, and then these games will never come to fruition, and then they just quietly drop the fact that these games were ever in existence, and then obviously, you know, journalists will ask them questions, they'll get fluff answers, and then nothing ever comes of it. Look at Deep Down from Capcom. Obviously, this isn't every game that this happens with, but I feel like it's been happening a lot more in gaming in general, and it's just really disappointing, especially because, like, for a while, I was definitely, like, suckered into getting excited for a lot of these games, but whenever I see games that are so early on, I'm just like, bro, why are you showing this? I get it, they need to recruit people for development, and I heard that that was one of the reasons, but I'm just like, as a consumer, as a gamer, it's hard for me to get excited about a lot of the projects that do get announced. Even like, I remember when Sony had their State of Play and they announced Marvel's Wolverine was in development, and like, people got so excited for that game, and I understand it's Wolverine, but I'm just like, bro, this game is not gonna come out for, like, you know, 5-6 years. Why are you excited for it? Like, you know how many things can happen in 5-6 years? Do we need to go back to 2020 and what happened then? Like, 5-6 years, the whole world can be completely different, but I digress. It is nice to see that these Sony published titles, you know, more and more of these are coming to PC, and this is a Sony published game. Yes, OT0 Games is not a Sony owned studio. It's a very new studio working on Lost Soul Aside that was kind of created for Lost Soul Aside, but Sony published game and is headed to PC day one. At least that is the expectation. It's in development for PS5 and PC. There's actually no clarification on whether or not it'll be PC day one, but they're outright saying that it will be coming to PC, which is exciting. You know, depending on how this game turns out, it could be something to be on the lookout for. It's just one of those games you have to be very, very skeptical of, and that brings me to the next game as well that looks to be getting a PC version, and that is Phantom Blade Zero. A demo is planned for release in 2024. Another one of these titles that is a part of the China Joy initiative got its big reveal at the PlayStation Showcase, and after the abomination of an event that was, Phantom Blade Zero was the game that really stood out to a lot of people, and they were like, whoa, this game looks pretty cool. It looks like a stylish action title, and, you know, who knows when this is going to come out. This is very much early on in development as well. A lot of people haven't figured that out as well. I believe it's 18 months into development, which in terms of 2023, 2024 AAA game development, that's nothing. 18 months is absolutely nothing. Yes, there's developers like From Software that can churn out games in 18 months like nobody's business, but you know, for the majority of developers, that's not going to be the case, especially in the case of S-Game, which is a smaller studio working on their first real big budget game after working on a lot of mobile titles. The game looks cool, but again, that trailer that we saw, it looks super flashy, and you have to be very, very skeptical when it comes to these flashy trailers that you see, especially because in the case of Phantom Blade Zero, that trailer we saw, how that's going to be executed into the final game remains to be seen, and you really can't execute that in its entirety. How it plays and how it looks in that trailer is going to be completely different. So I know I come across very negative. It's nice to know that these games are in development for PC, and the PC audience is going to be able to play them as well. It's just that while I am bringing you guys this news, I also want to maintain cautious, be very cautious about getting overly excited about these games, because, like, you don't want to be waiting and waiting for a game, especially, like, LSA, which is a game that I've been following for, like, it feels like over 5, 6, 7 years now, and it's just like, bro, are we ever gonna actually play that game? I don't know. Kind of seems, when I hear people saying that it's a scam, like, sometimes I'm like, maybe it is, who knows? Like, I don't know what's going on with that game, but we did get a 22-minute gameplay demo, so, you know, hopefully it is moving along in the right direction. Lastly, I do want to know Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. A lot of PlayStation news here. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart gets a brand new patch, and so far the port's been working really well for me. I haven't put a ton of time into it, but I am really enjoying the time that I have spent. I already beat the game on PlayStation 5, thanks to Sony for hooking me up with a PC copy of the game. It is noted that today's patch addresses issues that have been reported by players since launch. We've implemented several bug fixes and corrected visual bugs, including texture streaming issues and visible flickering of water reflections on certain settings. This patch also implements a change to improve game stability based on data from our crashing reporting system and user reports. We continue to monitor, investigate crash reports and user feedback, and are actively working to improve stability with future updates. Thanks again for playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and sharing your feedback. Resolve texture streaming issues that could result in textures remaining low resolution, and a lot of other various bug and performance fixes. Again, general wisdom is do not be spending $60 for this game. Absolute insanity that it is $60, 2 years of a delayed release. Like, if you are buying it from GMG, you get a 17% off discount, you're getting it for sub 50. Even that is way too expensive, but like for some people, you know, they want a game like Rift Apart. They want a game that's 12 to 14 hours long, and I'm not going to tell you, you know, how to spend your money if you really do want this game. It's a great game, but it's a 2-year delayed release, and it's a shorter game. Like, this isn't an IP at the level of Spider-Man or God of War, so just keep that in mind, and, you know, a year from now, when it's sub $30, I think it'll be a great pickup, but right now it's 60. Just a little bit of a hard sell, but you know, it is what it is. It's a great game, but Ratchet is always going to be a franchise I'm a homer for, but I gotta be at least a little objective with it. But that'll do it for me. Again, Lost Soul aside, get some new gameplay, and it is confirmed for a PC release. Phantom Blade Zero, same thing. Demo is planned for 2024, and that'll be a 30-minute demo, and Ratchet Rift Apart gets a new patch. Again, that'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.